is going to get a bit heated in here. So strap yourselves in. We're going head to head with eBay once again. The next round is in, and you don't want to miss this, believe me. A bit of a roller coaster ride the last few weeks. First guy here, I had a Joel Selwood rookie card graded, and I dropped the price. I was looking to move some stuff on, and it had been sitting there for a while, and I think it was a grade, I think it was 8.5 or a 9, which I could probably get 120 bucks. I put it down to like 75, I think, and had, open to offers down to like 50, right? So I sent out 2 offers, I think it was, to prospective buyers. First one was at 50, and this guy just comes straight in, and you can read these guys' names and add them to your block list if you want, because I typically just, the block list gets pretty big when you've had a store for a few years, and I think I'm into my 4th or 5th year now doing this. And while your sales increase in that, the number of F-wits that you deal with over the years definitely goes up. So he just comes straight in and goes, I know this is cooked, but can you do 38? I'm like, what? As soon as you're like coming in saying, you just like, this is basically a dude saying, hey, I'm fucked off my face on drugs here, and I want to lowball you. Is that okay? I'm like, no, it's not okay. That's too bad, is what I sent back. And then he says, hey bro, I asked my mum. She said she will only let me pay 35 if that's fair. I'm just like, I had another buyer at 50, which is where the card went. I'm like, I don't need to deal with, this. This next guy, now, I spoke to, a couple other guys about this, and Mark, who we all know, come back and said, I've bought off this guy here before. You can see his name up there, and I've added him. I have finally pulled the trigger and just said, you know what, I don't want this guy showing up. I had actually purchased this Bobby Hill Dominance serial number draft pick rookie, which I think he had it open. He had an auction open, and he had, some people started off at like 99 cents or 10 bucks or 15. He had it started out at $14.99. So I'm thinking there was a bunch of them up, ranging from like 25 through to about 50, 60 bucks or whatever. The card's probably worth more than that. It's just that even though he won the Norm Smith last year, he's still not like the most popular player. Having said that, his cards do sell, and I was thinking to myself, I pick a couple of these serial number draft pick rookies up, have them graded, sell them for 100, 150 bucks, depending on the grade or whatever. No problem. So I put in a bid, 15 bucks, and I ended up winning the auction. Paid for it, no problem. I usually pay straight away, unless there's some sort of issue where I'm busy for whatever and I just forget. But I've always paid for my stuff. I've never not paid for stuff that I've won in auctions or whatever. Anyway, it goes on, and about 2 weeks have passed, and all stuff that I had bought even after that had turned up in the mail, and I'm thinking to myself, what's going on here? This guy hasn't sent it out. So I sent him a message saying, hey mate, I just haven't got the card yet. It's been like 3 weeks, and I'm really hoping to get this because I was hoping to get it out and graded. And he sends back and he's like, hey mate, I've been stuck at work all week and I'm a chef, so haven't been able to go to the post office in time, but I'll send your card tomorrow morning. It's open Saturday until 12. Hope you can understand. Thanks heaps. Smiley face. And I'm like, no, it's just not adding up. Like, yeah, you're a chef, so what does that mean? Like, I have a job too that I work like 40 or 50 hours a week, and I still send all my packages out. Have to go to the post. You don't have to go to the fucking post office to send a fucking thing. Package it all up at home. Have all your shit. I have everything I need here in my office. So if you buy off me, I have it all done, bang, and I have it all tracking the whole lot, all uploaded from my phone. eBay is a very simple business like that. You don't need to go to post offices and stuff like that unless you're buying supplies, and even then you can just order online and get it delivered, which is what I do. So I never have to go to a post office unless it's in a big box that doesn't fit in the post box. So that happens probably once a week with me when I get buyers that might purchase, say, 4, 5, 6, 7 slabs at once. When that happens, I'm putting it into a bigger box. Sometimes that won't fit into the post box, so I will take it. I'll still do everything here, package it all up, pay for the tracking, all that sort of stuff, bang, ready to go, and then I just hand deliver it to the inside the post office, and that's it. So in this case, it's a single ungraded card. You don't need to go to a post office for that. So I knew straight away, and I said, I just cancel the order, mate. Cheers. Now the reason that this comes into the video and this guy is one of these F-wits is because then he sent back, I was going to anyway, like I was going to cancel the order. Like, what a... So he had no intention of letting that card go for $15. That's what it came down to. And that was a nice way of saying it. So from that point on, I think I reported him and blocked him. I did get the refund back, so that's not a problem. And I think I've ordered from that guy before, and I've got cards, but the thing is, if he does an auction and he's not happy with the price, he's just going to cancel your order and give you some stupid excuse like that. So this guy here sends me a message. He makes an offer on my card, the Kyrie Irving 75th anniversary NBA card, 2021 Chronicles, PSA 9. I think I've got it listed for like $75 or something, or it's not over the top, or $90, something like that. He makes an offer, so he's in a position where in his mind he wants to buy it. So he makes an offer. I didn't do anything. He makes an offer for like $65 or whatever it was. I was, yeah, sweet, accepted. $60, I think it was. Accepted the offer, and then there's no payment. And like, I didn't send him anything. He just sends at the end of the day, sorry, I would like to cancel this purchase. While I was waiting for your final offer, I had purchased this card of the same kind. Thank you for your time, though I will definitely keep looking at your items for more sales. Well, no, you won't, because you're blocked. So, yeah, now he has a nice big non-payment. I always non-payment, put your caps locked when I do the positive feedback for him. Non-payment, beware. So it just sort of stands out for other buyers or other sellers. Sorry, if they're gonna buy it. When someone makes an offer on your card, though, you really can't pre-block them. You don't know. So it is what it is. He will not be purchasing from me. I do not need his non-payment business. Simple as that. This guy here, same deal. Darcy Parish. Now the absolute. The gold and the platinum are worth quite a bit. So golds go from like 150 through to 350 raw, and platinums are going for like 400 up, like, because they're /40. The gold is a /70. So essentially they're both case hits, right? The rarity is massive on them. They don't, I bought a whole lot of, I actually got this from the news agency, like news agency hits. I just, buy 5-10 packs at a time, open them with my kids, bang. So this graded a PSI. I thought, wow. I looked it up. I had never seen the absolute. So when I opened the pack, I was pretty surprised. And obviously the Bombers are going pretty well. Darcy Parish doing pretty well. Card is listed, I think, for $250 or $300, something like that. So I got lucky, obviously, getting it. Thought this needs to go to PSA. It's a bit more of a top end card. I thought, looking at the card, I thought it would grade higher. Like it's immaculate. They really have some really good glowy effects. Anyway, this guy makes an offer for like 200, and I thought, I accepted it, and then he just is like, it's a good price, but can't afford it at this stage. I'm like, well, why the fuck did you accept the offer then? So he accepted it non-payment, and then did that. So another one. Who's obviously hit the block list as well. Actually, there's been a second one. There's another one in there where I didn't actually have any messaging. He just ghosted it. So I had 2 people make offers on this, and I accepted both of them. I think the other one was for like 240. I thought, yep, that's fine. You just got to be careful. Don't don't just give in to lowball all the time. Well, especially on your top end cards, you've got to hold firm. There's not any other ones of these up there, so you hold the power, and people have just got to pay for the premium if it is a premium card. I purchased a Jason Kidd Panini Flawless Auto. I think it was a /15, which I think is Ruby. Obviously, Jason Kidd, one of the great players of all time. So got a really good deal. I think I sent through an offer. He had it listed at like $350 or $400 or something. I offered $200. He accepted. I paid straight away. I was like, man, this is too good to be true, because usually, the good players, the flawless ones, can get up there in price. I thought to myself, yep. Licking my lips, thinking this will go to SGC. I'll get a freaking 10/10 auto, and I'll sell it for like $800, $900, whatever. Well, no, I won't. So I paid, and the same thing with the other time. It went 2, 3, 4 weeks past, and I'm thinking to myself, I'd had all my other mail had come through. I'd even sent stuff off to grading. So I messaged him like, hey mate, I still, I contacted him a bunch of times, and he just ghosted me, and I was starting to like, oh shit, I've paid the $200, so I'm down $200, and I don't have a card here. And then eventually he comes back, and he's like, hey mate, sorry about the late reply, and late is like 2 weeks. That's an understatement. Bit of a hectic week with a newborn. I've messed up and sent it to the wrong address. Thankfully, the guy has let me know and shipping it back. I'm happy to refund you for the card or get it expressed to you early in next week when it's back in hand. Once again, sorry about the muck around and stuff up. Translation. Hey mate, I am a borderline junkie, and I needed the $200 at the time. Thank you for giving that to me. I got my drug fix. There is no card, or I realize it's way more valuable than the $200. Now I've been paid again. I'll be able to refund you. So I just took the refund. Now, that's all the dickheads. We're going to move into some actual success story ones. And so sometimes you hear some excuses, obviously, but in this case, there was actually one that was genuine. And it was I purchased a Mac Andrews draft pick signature. Obviously Gold Coast Suns player, up and coming, bright young star, and the card was paid for and sent out. But then I noticed he'd left some really odd feedback, saying that I was a non-payer and all this crap. So I questioned him, like, hey mate, can you explain the feedback? It was like neutral, and it said just some weird stuff. And I'm like, I didn't non-pay you. Anyway, he sends through, hey mate, apologies. I've been in hospital and had my nephew help me with sending things out. He's left feedback for another item and didn't realize it had saved. Unfortunately, left it for you and another person when he left feedback. I'll contact eBay to remove the feedback and explain what happened. Sorry for the inconvenience. Regards, M. Now I'm thinking, whoa, okay, that's pretty hectic. I don't like getting neutral or negged if it's not there. I haven't had any negative. I have, but I've had the negative feedback removed because it wasn't warranted. I've had neutral before, and I've just worn it. It doesn't contribute to anything. But anyway, I'm thinking to myself, cool. So he actually did contact eBay. They did remove the neutral feedback, which was, this guy was actually telling the truth, and he sent me a picture where he actually was in hospital. And I just wanted to let you know, I purchased off this guy a couple of times. He has really good cards, so this isn't a crap on him. He's actually legit. Got the feedback removed, got my card, and on top of that, the card graded 10/10 with SGC. So big ups to this guy on a quality card, and yeah, no issues whatsoever. Now another one is this guy here, Signature Cards. Obviously got a lot of good feedback. And I had an Andrew McLeod Legacy signed, encased card for sale. He won it on auction, good price, and he sends through a message immediately after winning, and it says this: I will settle payment Tuesday evening for this item. Now, I just wanted to say that if you're not going to pay straight away, this is the behavior that you need to exhibit to other sellers, so that there's no confusion, no problem. Now that was on a Friday or a Saturday or whatever, and he said he'd be paying on the upcoming Tuesday, which he did. So big ups to this guy as well. Cinch Cars 9, shout out. He actually has a lot of good cards for sale as well. Checked him out, and there was no issues there. He paid on the Tuesday when he said he would. Man of his word. So thumbs up for this guy. And lastly, for the positive section, the positive feedback section, guys, Rangers Red Lover. A lot of positive feedback. He bought, I think, 2 or 3 slabs off me, and at the end said, "Thank you. Can you invoice me for both cards with combined postage, please? And thank you again." And absolutely, and that's another thing you can do as well if you buy multiple slabs from somewhere or multiple items, is you can ask them for combined postage and do it in a manner like this. I went ahead and obliged him and gave him combined postage, sent those off, he got his cards, and I got paid, and he got a reduced rate. And it was as simple as that. So you've got to acknowledge the good customers as well, and there's plenty of them. So that was big ups to this guy. The only thing I would knock that guy on is he actually paid first. So one little point of notice where it doesn't work always, but if you're going to buy a whole lot of multiple items from one seller, add to cart and don't purchase. So add all the stuff in that you want and then purchase at the end. And sometimes if the combined postage is enabled, it will combine, it'll do a combo automatically, combined shipping for the buyers or for yourself if you are buying. So that's one little thing. I was happy just to because you can adjust it as a seller. You can just adjust the postage and refund it from their purchase quite easily. So that wasn't a big deal. But moving forward, you can actually just add to cart instead of straight purchasing. That would have been the only side to that where he could have improved. That is it, guys. We will see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.